I have to tell you, this was an exciting show. It really was. I don't think people can understand how exciting it is when you consider our proximity to those singers, too. We're so close to them, and we've been so close the whole time. When we got into the theater tonight with this big crowd and the much bigger stage, it was really special. I felt really, really proud to be up there. I'm going to miss it a lot. You know, I think Ryan is probably struggling deeply with this. Not that, you know, he wishes it could continue, but it's time to move on to the next chapter for all of us. And watching him sort of keep his emotions in check is pretty intense. You know, he's the best in the business, and to see him and to see Jenny and Keith and all of the people involved with this show sort of realizing tomorrow's the last show I tell you, it's an honor for me to have been a small part of it. Well, as a fan, I would sit on the couch with my wife and my then very little girls and yell at the TV just like they would, and I could have done a better job than Simon Cowell, you know. And then I got to be a mentor for a couple of seasons and got to see it up close, and I loved that part of it. And then I got to be a judge, and I realized, first of all, that there'll never be another Simon Cowell. He's got that all to himself, and how great that original panel was. But to sit up there is really profound. I mean, this is one of the most powerful shows in the history of American television, and it's overwhelming to think about how many lives that it's changed, and I'm one of those people. I could go on and on about all of the things that I've gained from being on this show, but it's been a very special experience for sure. I think when Simon Fuller gave him great choices. So when Trent sang "If You Don't Know Me By Now," I thought he did a pretty good job. I thought LaPortia did an extraordinary job with "The House Is Not a Home." There's a lot of stuff going on in that song musically, and it's very telling to somebody who knows a little bit about harmony, a little bit about time signatures and the technical stuff, that she clearly knows what she's doing. Certainly for where she is in her life right now, that was a pretty great performance. But then they both came out and sang that individual Sia songs, and I couldn't tell you. I just couldn't tell you. I think it's apples and oranges, and whoever gets the most votes is going to win. But they both were. That is really hard to do. And when you think about them standing on that huge stage by themselves, I mean, when's the last time you went to a concert and you saw that? Unless you went to Ultra and they have a DJ by himself. When's the last time you saw a performer standing completely alone on one of the biggest stages around? It's not easy to do. And these are young kids doing it. You know, I forget how old Trent is. I think LaPortia's 22 or something. That is really something else. And I got to give it up for Dalton, too. He did a great job, too. So all of them have been really good. Well, if it's all about the fans, you know, I think when people started catching on to this show, the first couple of years, that's why it became what it was. American Idol has been brilliant at giving the fans something to root for. And I love, for me, to be able to meet those people. That's what makes me feel good, you know. And when you see how excited they are to be in that environment, maybe from out of town for the first time, I don't take that stuff for granted. You know, I feel really lucky to be up there on that panel, and I try to see as many as I can. There's sweet, sweet people out there. I got to tell you, if the winner of American Idol wanted to come and be on the Harry Show, it'd be pretty tough to turn them down. I mean, these are two great talents, you know, and we'd love to have them for sure. I have something really, really special. It's something that I can say I've never done it in this particular way. The song I'm singing is "What a Wonderful World," which is a song everybody knows, but I'm singing it with somebody, and all I can tell you is it's going to, regardless of my performance, I can tell you in advance it's going to be very special. just for selfish reasons, I like the seasons when I got to mentor. That's what I really like to do, is getting in the room with people. I remember those sessions, and I would get there at 10 in the morning and walk out of there, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, just because we're talking about music and it's exciting, and what do you think, and here's what I think, and hey, maybe you could try this. You don't get to do that as a judge, and I love being a judge, but I really miss, that's more of who I am. I kind of grew up in that environment where there was more of a dialogue going on. I'm not really a judgmental kind of person. I'll do it, and I did it, but I like those mentoring years. Those were fun.